Hey guys, Mr. T here, just doing the next video for the Year 10 Statistics Investigation. So the next video, well this one currently, should be about the analysis. What is the analysis? That's going back, remembering that you made a prediction or hypothesis, and you looking at what your results say in regard to that hypothesis and whether it was proven or not. You're going to refer to every measure of center, every measure of spread, and the graphs that you put in, to show you understand what the statistics all mean and how they help you to pose your argument. So, analysis. Analysis. What can we say? Overall, the results, they don't definitively support, they somewhat support. The results somewhat support the original hypothesis that gamers have faster reflexes than non-gamers. This is mainly because of the measures of center, the mean and the median of the gamers' reflex scores were .281 and 278.5, 281 milliseconds and 278.5 milliseconds, which were faster than the non-gamers' reflex scores than the mean and median of the non-gamers' reflex scores, which were, let's read that. This is mainly because of the measure center. The mean and median of the game's reflex scores were 281 with... We're using which too much. These were faster than the mean and median of the non-gamers' reflex scores, which were 293.42 milliseconds and 290.5 milliseconds. However, the hypothesis was only somewhat supported because the measures of spread showed the consistency was the opposite of what was expected, and the non-gamers were actually more consistent than the gamers. The non-gamers' range and interquartile range was 147 and 46.17, 147 milliseconds and 46.17 milliseconds. This compared to the gamers' range and interquartile range of 174 milliseconds and 53.42 milliseconds. Thus, we can say that the spread of all the non-gamers and the spread of the middle 50% of non gamers was better than those of the gamers. It was also found that the gamers' reflex scores were positively skewed on the lower end, possibly resulting in the lower measures of center, while the non-gamers' reflex scores were negatively skewed, explaining the higher measures of center. So what are you doing with the analysis? You're just in words referring back to your hypothesis and stating whether your results supported it or not. Now here is where we could sort of draw in some of the references that we could have possibly used. My bib, is that still? Gamers reflexes. So this is that reference that I showed previously. If you have a read of this, you might be able to see whether they also found that they were inconsistent or not consistent. I don't have time to read this on this video, but obviously for your assignment you could. So what I'll do instead is for the remainder of the analysis, go online and find references that support your findings to see if your results were reasonable or if they were way off the mark. That's basically what you want to have in the analysis. You're just going back to your hypothesis and then restating the main results that support or deny it. My analysis shows that the results sort of support the original hypothesis, but not completely, because the measures of center agree with the hypothesis. They sort of prove it, but the fact that the gamers were less consistent than the non-gamers, that sort of goes against the hypothesis, so it's inconclusive. Yep, but that's the analysis for this, because it's quite a basic DI, except for going online and finding references, but you don't really want to watch a video of me reading stuff and then typing out a summary of what that reading entailed. Okay, that you can do that for your assignment. You've got multiple weeks. So hopefully that helps you out, and I'll see you in the next video.